Welcome to another episode of the Open Podcast.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
So long.
Only like 3 weeks. So.
Have I kept you waiting?
So that pandemic, huh, folks? How are you doing
really hit
inside?
the podcast hard.
Did we start before the pandemic?
I think we did.
I think we may have, yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Shit.
Absolutely crazy.
How's everyone doing indoors? How have all you been doing indoors? I miss being outside.
Damn.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah,
No.
I'm happy indoors.
I was just outside and I didn't miss it.
I caught a single coronavirus.
Oh
One.
no!
A single one.
A single coronavirus.
In a jar?
Yeah. I call him Jerry.
Nice.
I think I've collected them all in the past 3 years.
It's like all the variants, I have them all in jars.
It's not Pokemon, guys. Come on.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
Stop catching Corona.
I put Omicron right next to the that strain of SARS I have, and also in a jar.
Oh,
And
no.
that's right next to swine flu and
you-
Ebola.
Do you have the Mexican flu? Oh, that was the swine flu, right? Yeah.
No, see, I haven't gotten that one yet. I just recently got that West Nile virus or whatever it's called.
Damn.
The one the
So-
mosquitoes have.
To get into the question round, Wes, what is your favorite Nintendo OST song? Seeing as the Topic Talk battle is still raging on, what is your
Well-
personal pick, your personal favorite?
yeah, well, my personal favorite, like, there's one song, and it's always been my favorite since I've been, like, I think 5-year-old or 4-year-old. And that's, of course, from Donkey Kong Country. And not just any Donkey Kong Country. It's from the second one. And some might already know which one it is.
There can only be
because-
one.
Yeah, it's the most famous one from that, and that's Sticker Bush Symphony. I don't know how to pronounce it,
Pretty close,
enough.
pretty close.
but I don't know. It's so soothing and nice, and the melody is. I never get tired of it. I've had days that I would turn on the song on a loop for like hours on hours. And also, a fun fact: there's a YouTube video which includes that song for like 1 hour loop, I think.
Oh
And,
yeah.
on YouTube, it's like a break point. Like when you come across a video, you have to open it and you have to go to the comments and you have to post where you currently are in life. Like, are you happy? Are things going the way you want to be? What are you looking forward to? What are things that happened? And yeah, sometimes you read like really nice stories about I just got married in the last year and this and that.
It's
No,
one with complete Japanese text as a title.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's right. And a while back the video got removed, but someone else uploaded it again, and it just kept on like nothing happened. Luckily, yeah. But it shows that the song is not only dear to me, but to many people, and yeah, it's nice to see that. Yeah, a song like that has more purposes than just being in that game, but also, yeah, showing people's lives and all that kind of stuff.
Pretty
I
nice.
was gonna make a rude joke earlier, but that's actually a very wholesome story, so I'll keep it to myself.
Well, I'm curious, what would the joke have been?
It doesn't work anymore.
Okay.
Well, now you're just gonna keep us wondering.
And so will our listeners. On to the next question.
Well, that's you then, Cuber. What's your favorite
Gerudo Valley, Ocarina of Time.
classic?
Yeah, I don't have a particular reason. It's just always the one that comes to mind. I really like the Spanish guitar.
Do you like the Smash
it's a good
remix?
Not as much as the original.
Yeah, it's a bit more upbeat for the game, of course, but the original is a bit more nice, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Can't have upbeat things in my life. Come on.
Have what?
I can't have upbeat things in my life. Ugh.
Oh yeah, no, gotta match the vibe.
So, Marge, what about you?
favorite Topic Talk battle song so far?
Well, our favorite Nintendo OST song in general.
I can't think of my favorite OST in general. I think the recent one from the Topic Talk battles I liked was the Edge of Dawn OST from Fire Emblem Three Houses, just because I'm a massive Fire Emblem fan, so I just really like both that song and the vocals that go along with it, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like, especially for Fire Emblem Three Houses, like that song basically encapsulates the main motivations and character of Edelgard in that game. And I don't have too many opinions on music in the first place, I guess. So I was like, well, I guess I'll go with this one because I've actually listened to it. I have it on CD too, actually.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it came with the special edition for the game.
Do you like ID Purpose from Fire Emblem?
I'm sorry, what? ID Purpose?
ID Purpose, that song? It's like, I think that's the most
Awakening,
famous
right?
one. Yeah.
Not.
You just said, oh, I'm like a huge Fire Emblem fan, and I just say one song.
But see, like I just put on the CD and then I just kind of vibe. But
Just calling
I know
them
Edge
out,
of
bro,
Dawn.
like this.
I know Edge of Dawn just because like it has vocals.
Okay.
I don't know what to say.
No, it's fine. I think if you hear it, you recognize it immediately.
Oh, it's id. Yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah.
ID.
Yeah, I thought that you had to pronounce it like separately, but
No, it's like id.
apparently
It's
not.
like you go id. Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, it's my favorite, but that's you didn't accept it.
Yeah, it's already been your turn, Wes. Come on.
Yeah, I know. But,
Back to Wes. What's your second favorite Nintendo OST?
well, actually.
Oh,
But Dio, what's yours?
my favorite. Smiles and Tears, Earthbound.
Classic.
Yeah.
Good one.
So it still gets that nostalgia running. The emotions.
Ooh,
So-
emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a probably different emotions, but I liked it. Yeah, I don't know if I really liked it, but when Iwata passed away a few years ago, it was like the main song they used for everything
Yeah.
to honor it, basically. And I think it really fits.
Yeah, it does. It's crazy how much of an emotional melody it is.
Yeah,
Really works.
yeah, it really does.
And no tears till the end is the slogan of Earthbound and Mother. So that
It
also
is?
works for saying goodbye.
Oh, I never knew that's actually like a slogan for Earthbound.
Yeah, it's sort of like a slogan.
Oh, never.
And
heard of
remember,
it
no
before.
tears till the end. I think it was from Mother 3 as well. Can't quite remember.
Yeah, if only I could play Model 3. That would be nice.
You could.
You
Yeah,
could.
But I'm
Well,
not.
What's
I'm
stopping
not,
you?
Yeah.
We'll get to that discussion shortly.
Oh wow! All right. Weren't you encouraging me to do that the other day?
I would never. I was only suggesting.
I mean, I can pull receipts from Game of the Month.
So we could not have been here today without our sponsor for this episode, which after such a long drought of open podcasts was a huge boon. And today's episode of the Open Podcast is brought to you by Margrave's Margarine.
Wait,
Made
what?
with 100% organically sourced maple leaves, it is simply impossible to believe that this is not, in fact, butter. Visit march.org/open, that's march.org/OPEN, for your personalized offer of a lifetime supply of true Canadian-powered margarine.
I will
Sincerest
personally
apologies from the Great White North.
I will personally throw every jar for everyone who orders it to your house. It gets delivered by the power of my arm.
Damn.
Power
My
of Canada.
Handcrafted, hand
Hand
delivered.
delivered.
Beautiful.
Exactly. Everything
So-
is powered by hands.
Without further ado, let's get into the main meat of this episode. The Nintendo Direct.
Damn.
It
It's been a
happened
while.
a short while ago.
Yeah, I remember things.
Things
It
happen
was in
stuff.
June.
Has it been already been a month almost?
I
If
think
not
so.
fully?
Yeah. It's
Slightly
Yeah,
less.
4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Damn.
I remember it not being after people not being that excited about it, but we're still gonna talk about it anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it was a big thing. They did announce a lot of things. I don't think they announced a lot of major things.
For me, they announced more than I expected, which is nice, I guess.
What were you expecting?
Less than this.
All right, fair enough.
No, like the Switch is at the end of its life cycle. It's turned 7 years or 6 years old.
What? What's
Yeah.
that kind of talk? The Switch is a young, beautiful console
Exactly.
with many lives ahead of them.
I'm
It
enjoying
also
it
went
so
through
much
that
in this
COVID time.
pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
It's been my only friend.
it's been showing its age, and like comparable
Christ.
systems have been coming out, like the Steam Deck and the Acer or something.
ROG
and-
Ally. Yeah.
And current gen games are like not being able to get ported to the Switch without looking horrendous or being a cloud game, which nobody wants. So yeah, I was not really expecting big games, and in the end we got like one new game, and for the rest it's mostly ports or remakes or whatever. But I don't know, I didn't really expect Mario Wonder, even though it's been rumored for a very long time. But yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised they actually did release or announce that game. So it's something to look forward to later this year.
My Wonder? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
Oh, okay. The new Super Mario.
Yes.
I'll be honest, I don't actually remember everything that was announced in the direct.
It's been so long.
I'm frantically scrolling over the timeline of the direct right now, reading all the game names.
But which games stick with you guys? Like, it's been a month, and yeah, if no games, yeah.
Oh,
And the Super Mario
Super
RPG,
Mario RPG,
remake
yes.
for sure, because I've never played it, but I heard so much good stuff about it
Yeah.
that I am excited to finally give that a shot. See why people want Zeno or Xenos in Smash so bad.
He is in Smash, isn't he? Like as a costume.
Yeah,
As a playable character.
You can make him as a playable character.
it's a me costume. It's not the same.
Yeah,
No,
it's
but-
definitely not the same.
No.
Yeah, Geno has been, I don't know, overhyped, but
Yeah.
it's the only game he's been appeared in.
I mean, it's been such a staple. I think since Brawl, where everyone who has played Super Mario RPG, and probably just as the same as with people not having played Earthbound, being fans of Earthbound,
Of Persona.
like people wanting Geno in the game has been at least since Brawl's release.
Yeah,
So it's kind of funny, even though, yeah, he's not an amazing character or anything, but it's just become this running gag now of, oh, Geno in Smash.
yeah. Like I know the origin story of how it started because of a YouTube recommendation, and yeah, you know I am. If I see things that interest me the slightest,
If I get a video recommended to me, there's no stopping me. No, sir.
No.
I am watching that bad boy.
no, but I think the YouTuber is called Papa Geno.
Papa G.
And Papa Geno, and he already was a Geno fan, yeah, back in the day, like the Brawl days.
I'd hope
Oh,
so.
the
And,
OG.
He used to have a Mario RPG fan site, and that's how it started, basically, as far as I know. Like, oh, I'm gonna use my fandom, basically, to start this trend of we need Geno in Smash, and people caught on, and it's got bigger and bigger, and then he was like, holy shit, it's got way bigger than I expected, but we're gonna roll with it, and yeah.
Super Mario.
And that's how... Yeah, that's how he came in Smash as a Mii character. So that's nice.
That's nice.
That's nice.
nice.
No,
game
but I
is,
think I do honestly think that all the Smash hype around it caused this remake to happen. I think, at least it had some involvement to it.
Well, it's also like one of those classic RPGs that was on the SNES for a long time, right? And people,
Yeah.
I think, do kind of miss the Mario RPG, like that kind of sub-series that continued on with Mario and Luigi.
Yeah,
But now that the publishers of Mario and Luigi are gone, right? I think it was Alpha Dreamer or something like that.
yeah,
Right?
that's right.
Yeah, I think now that they're gone, like people are looking for like another game to fill that gap. So might as well release like this old classic that everyone's heard about, but hasn't really had the chance to play in that time.
Yeah, it's
honestly, I've never been that much into the Smash community as a whole, so I'm not too familiar with the whole Genos and Smash meme. But I have heard of Super Mario RPG like time and time again. Of it's one of the classic games, one of the best Super Nintendo games. That status, you know.
Yeah.
yeah, and the
Which is always
original
that.
and the original never released in Europe. So
Really?
Oh, really?
yeah, it's released in Virtual Console, but never on the Super Nintendo.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
Europe
that's
got-
also first time here.
Europe
physically.
got shafted so often back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not when it comes to box art, though.
Also with Earthbound, Earthbound was never released in Europe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
True. Yeah.
So I'll quickly go over the
And Chrono Trigger as well, I think.
Chrono Trigger also
Possibly.
didn't get released in Europe, really?
Yeah,
Ah.
I think so too. Yeah. So all the three big RPGs from the SNES era didn't get released.
yes.
here, basically.
Let's not mention Final Fantasy VI.
You can say
Which
that about half the
I
Final
wouldn't be
Fantasy series.
surprised if that didn't release in Europe either, because I think it only released in the US as Final Fantasy III. So I wouldn't be surprised at all if it didn't release in Europe at all.
Yeah, it was what the Final Fantasy releases in the West were really super weird, if I remember correctly, because they skipped a bunch of them and then just went from like 1 to 6, but renamed that as like 3.
Yeah, they released one,
remember, yeah.
then they skipped 2 and 3 and released 4 as 2, then they skipped 5 and released 6 as 3.
Yeah.
I think-
Final Fantasy VI was not released in Europe originally.
And that makes pirating them also super weird,
Yeah.
because you actually have to make sure you're downloading the right one.
What does pirating? I don't know what it is.
I mean, acquiring by completely legitimate means, wink, wink.
Oh.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Exactly.
I'll
You can put down the gun now.
I'll quickly go over the announcements, or at least the highlights from the announcements, and then maybe people can chime in if they're interested, or crickets will appear in the background if no one is.
Okay.
More
The Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC.
I still
Do
haven't played
not
it.
care.
Okay,
Do
Crickets.
not care
that's
about it.
Crickets.
clear. Persona 5 Tactica.
I'm kind of interested, but I actually haven't played the other Persona 5 spin-offs, and I'm not actually too sure of what Tactica is.
Me neither.
It's like a Mario and Rabbids game, but in Persona style.
Honestly,
Like
I
an
actually,
XCOM game.
I actually really like Mario Rabbids and XCOM games, so I might actually get it then.
Well, if you like the gameplay, and if you're a huge Persona fan like everyone, then you should
Like everyone.
definitely play it. Yeah.
Coming to a game of the month near you.
Detective Pikachu Returns.
Have not played.
I-
the original.
I really think this game was supposed to be for 3DS
Yes.
because they compared the Pikachu model with the 3DS one, and it's just an upscaled version basically. So not even
Oh,
a
it
new
looks like it. Yeah.
and everything basically, the environment and everything. Like the game itself, it takes place in a closed area basically, so not an open world. So they can optimize everything if they want, but it still looks like their other current games, sadly.
Yeah, that their Scarlet Violet excuse for but
Yeah.
it's such a big world that doesn't really apply here. But it
No.
yeah, doesn't look that much better.
What?
Yes.
Pokemon game development being mediocre? What?
Damn.
Game Freak would
new?
never. How dare you?
Preposterous.
Easy money? Why would we?
Never half-ass anything.
Oh my God.
Batman Arkham trilogy.
You know, I was
We have
actually
one
somewhat
huge Batman
excited.
fan, so
Yeah, that's me. Hello. And I was thinking, like, the last time I played Batman, there was Arkham Knight at release, which is already a long time ago. That's at the time I got my PS4, so that's a long time ago, I think.
yeah.
And there's a lot less time I played Batman, and I was thinking, I should really replay them, but I don't know if the Switch is the right console to do it. Like,
fair enough.
the first two games look fine, because they released on PS3 back then. But Knight looks really rough on the Switch, so... I don't know, I'm still considering it, but I think I'll either play it on PS4 again, or on something else that's, at least higher in graphics or whatever you call it than a Switch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll see. But
I can't help but see games like these more as like a novelty thing. Like it's the cute thing they show. Like, hey, this is what the Switch can also do. That's
Yeah.
fun. That's cute. But I don't think anyone will buy a Switch to play Batman on.
No, or it's either they only have a Switch and they wanted to play this
Yeah.
game and don't
Yeah,
really have an
that's more
opportunity
like it.
to.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. Like, there are some games that I have owned in the past that I have actually rebought on the Switch just because, like, I don't want to dig that console out again, so I might as well just play it on Switch.
Me with
Yeah, that's
Okami.
fair.
Yeah. I've bought... I think I did that for Stardew Valley, actually. I bought Stardew Valley like 4 times now.
4 times.
But Stardew Valley is a perfect Switch game. Like
It
that
is
is
a
a
perfect
game
Switch
that
game,
fits with my idea of what the Switch is for.
Right.
Batman does not. Like same as like if they ported Red Dead Redemption 2 to the Switch. I'm
Yeah.
like, this does not add up in my head.
The Switch is mostly for, at least for me, for Nintendo games or indie games, and that's
fair.
Well, for a game that really fits on the Switch, then.
yeah,
Yeah,
Mario-
or emulating older games.
yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope, The Last Spark Hunter.
I have no idea what it is, but I might get it.
That's DLC. It's
I
DLC.
actually really like these tactical games. I play a lot of XCOM, and I played a lot of Mario and Rabbids too, actually. Interesting games, even if
You disgust me.
I might have tried it if not the rabbits were in there.
you don't like
Yes,
the Rabbids.
same actually. Yeah,
I feel like
don't
these
know,
are the
they're-
only thing the Rabbids are doing these days.
it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they should have
It's still too
stopped
much.
existing after their first minigame Rayman game on the PS2.
Yeah.
That should have been the end of the rabbits, but here we are in the year of our Lord 2023.
I like how Rayman doesn't even exist anymore. It's just the Rabbids.
Yeah.
No, but
it's crazy.
Rayman is in the DLC. That's the new thing.
Yeah, he is. But the Rabbids were first, is the thing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
imagine being an iconic video game character only to get shelved by the rabbits.
The Rabbids, I
By
think, are...
Minions knockoffs.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to say, they're like our generation, like the video game equivalent of the Minions.
Yes.
Weren't they there before me?
Probably.
Yeah.
But they're still Minions knockoffs in my head.
Yeah. Just not as annoying and Facebook.
They have essence of minion in
Yeah.
them.
Essence of Minion.
Yeah,
Where were
at
the
least the
Rabbids
minions
when
are
Hitler
funny.
was in power?
Okay, moving on. Dragon Quest Monsters, The Dark Prince. Is that a new game or is that a re-release?
I've
don't
no
quite
idea.
remember.
It didn't look very good as far as I remember. But
Oof. Well, we'll move on quickly then. Pikmin 4, 1 and 2.
What's Pikmin?
what the
That's
man,
a weird way to number things. You should work on that.
I
I'm
love
sorry.
Pikmin. I love Pikmin. But I don't know if I'll get these. I was waiting for the physical release, which will come out in September.
You're not getting 4?
I'm getting 4 for sure.
Oh,
I pre-ordered it. But I'm
One
talking
and
about
two.
1 and 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
1 and 2 physical release comes in September. You can get them
Yeah.
digitally.
Yeah, but I'm a physical kind of guy, you know. You know me, you dig me. But
Yeah, 22nd of September.
I got Pikmin 2 recently for the Nintendo Wii.
Ooh.
And the difference between the 1 and 2 Switch release and the other games, basically the Wii games, are the controls, because the 1 and 2 re-release doesn't have the gyro controls like the Wii has.
Unbelievable.
But the 1 and 2 re-release has the controls like 4 has. So 1, 2, and 3 has like gyro controls.
Wait, how
But
does...
also 1, 2, and 4 have different gyro controls to make it complicated somewhat.
Wait.
You lost me.
How do the gyro controls actually work in the Pikmin games? Like,
The difference now is that the pointer, so the pointer thingy, is stuck in front of your captain in 4. And if you want to use gyro controls, you have to hold the A button, and then you can move your controller and to gyro in a range around your character. But once you move your character, the point will go right in front of the character again, which in the Wii version it doesn't. You can walk around freely and point around freely, like using your keyboard and mouse, for example.
So the new ones have like tank controls, gyro controllers.
You could.
You can only move it when you're standing still.
Yeah, and which is something I less prefer, because I really liked walking somewhere and then throwing Pikmins behind me to work
Get behind me.
more
Yeah.
more
Throw them
quickly,
behind
I'm in front, motherfucker.
But I tried the Pikmin 4 demo, and the controls don't really. I don't know. I don't really
You don't
like them
jive
yet.
with them.
Yeah, so, and they will probably be fine, because I saw a YouTube video about one very ambitious Pikmin player, Arlo. Maybe some people know him. But,
I know him.
Yeah, and
Shout out to
he said once it clicked, it were like my favorite controls. So I guess I have to get used to it, and then
You're waiting for it to click.
and I didn't finish the demo because I wanted to start fresh on the full game. I just wanted to try it out for a bit.
Fair enough.
So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1.
I'm a little excited about that too, because
What's in the Master Collection, actually?
I think
first
it's
game?
Metal Gear Solid 1, Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 3, and the first 2 games, Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2.
for the
Oh,
NES.
like the original, like
Yes.
Metal
Yeah.
Gear. Oh god.
NES
Yes.
games.
I
I-
might pick it up then, because like I've always wanted to play the first Metal Gear game, but like I don't know how I feel about the controls and the feel of that game compared to 2 forwards, right? Because like I had the original what was it? The collection they released on PS Vita. And
Yes.
that's how I got exposed to a lot of the older classic games, but because 1 was always on PS1 and then remastered as the Twin Snakes on the GameCube, which I also didn't own, I never really had the chance to really dive into that particular game.
I have the same feeling that Huber said earlier about the Batman games with this one. I definitely want to pick it up, but I'm not sure if I will pick it up on Switch, because it's also coming to Steam, and I think I might prefer having this on Steam.
Oh, if that's on
Will
Steam,
the-
I might get that instead.
Oh, I forgot it also got to Steam. Yeah, then I would like to retract my statement that I'm interested.
But will the Steam games also have the NES versions?
Oh, that's a good question.
Let me check. They
I
have
thought
the
those-
listing
yeah.
right now.
The NES thing is cute, but it's not a deal maker for me. I don't have to have them because I won't play them anyway. That's real.
I'll go on record and say they're not very good.
Okay, so the Steam does have the original NES games.
Ah,
Actually, no,
okay.
I think they might
Okay.
actually be the original MSX.
Yes.
It's not the NES ones, because the NES ones kind of suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they also contain the books. So it has the screenplay books and the master books.
The
Blah-de-blah.
books.
Yeah, the books.
Now I'm definitely getting it.
Yes,
They have books. Oh,
exactly.
okay. Let's see what else. Mario Kart 8, more DLC, I guess.
Yeah, that already came out now.
Oh, okay.
It's
Great.
You've been playing it?
It's nice, but like it's taking way too long, the DLC. So for me, all the hype is gone. Like, I liked when the first 2 packs released, but now at this point, I'm like, okay, I guess there's a new one. I try it and that's it. But yeah, I don't know. It's the magic is gone, I guess. I don't know. And I feel like
The hype is
that's-
dead.
Yeah, I feel like it's for most people, because I don't even see streamers or something play it when it releases, which at the start people did, but not anymore.
Are there actual new maps in there, or is it just more world tour
They
repackaged?
yeah, they did one brand new one, so not released before, and the other ones are basically ports from the tour one, which also includes all the maps from the Wii and such. But yeah, they already got re-released on tour before, so they just re-released it.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know if to me it just feels like all the tour maps, or the maps that are ported in from tour, they just look worse compared to maps that were designed for Mario Kart 8 itself.
Yeah, for sure.
Just the textures look a lot more plasticky, or like clay.
Yeah, like they fixed some maps actually, because some maps used like some maps had like an actual grass texture, and the tour maps, the DLC one, was just flat green and nothing else, which looks really weird. Because why would you not simply just add the texture and then at least it looked a little bit better then? But yeah, it was a bit weird. They just ported it straight over from a mobile game. Which is why people also are a bit complaining, because it feels a bit cheap.
Are they expensive?
The pack,
The DLC packs?
the pack in a whole, I got it because of the NES family package. So it's I got it for free. Yeah, free basically, if you want to call it like that. But otherwise, it's like $25 for.
Oh, that's pretty much quite a lot.
Really?
Yeah, that's a lot of tracks though, because it's like the double amount of the original.
Okay. It's not for one.
No, it's for all the new
okay.
tracks, like all, and that are coming. But yeah, I really wonder what the next Mario Kart game will be, because it can never be as big as this one, because it has a huge amount of tracks, so the next one really has to be something completely new.
I feel like
For the next one, they're gonna pull a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, where it's just all the tracks are here.
that's what I'm thinking.
The
Mario Kart series has like the same problem as a Smash series, where it's like they've almost included everything they can now. Where exactly do you go from this point?
Yeah, I thought you were going for something else when you said Super Smash treatment, because I think what they will do is like an actual Super Smash treatment, and then have characters from their own series in the Mario Kart game, to call it like that. And also every cup has its own game. So a cup, 4 tracks of Pikmin, and 4 tracks of F-Zero, 4 tracks Animal Crossing.
That would be pretty hot.
Yeah.
That would be pretty hot.
I think they will
You
do
really
that.
pick the games that have not a huge...
Yeah, you know what I mean. Metroid, Earthbound. or Zelda, maybe.
I love F-Zero, but I don't think if they're going to make some tournaments, it's going to be an F-Zero and a Pikmin tournament.
Yeah, why not? I think if they do a Smash treatment, they will for sure pick all the main characters from their main series they have. So Zelda, Pikmin, Donkey Kong, everything.
Yeah. Zelda, definitely. F-Zero, I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe not so much.
They already put 2 F-Zero tracks in the current one, so...
Yeah, okay, but that's because they're both race games,
Yeah,
so
that's
it's
true.
an easy fit.
Yeah,
Finally, WarioWare Move It. Are we excited for a new WarioWare game?
I don't remember the last time I played a WarioWare game, if I'm being honest.
For me, it must have been DIY.
Damn, I played them all. Yeah, I've played them all, even the Wii U one. So yeah, I'm excited because I like the Micro Mayhem games. It's I don't know. I always enjoy
This one
them.
looked pretty fun. I will probably get it.
Yeah, it's basically a sequel to the Wii game. Like, only motion controls, which is fine and nice, I think. It's the favorite for most people.
I I haven't played a single WarioWare game, but they always look kind of fun to me. Just never fun enough to pick one up.
I don't know. They're pretty fun, and if you do like with local co-op or whatever you call it, it's also even more fun, I think.
Yeah.
I put a lot of time in DIY because I just really enjoyed tinkering with those little tools and making my own games without having to actually program.
I think my favorite WarioWare game was actually the one on the DS. Just because, I don't know, I don't actually...
Which one, touched or DIY?
I thought DIY was a Wii one.
No.
I don't remember now. I think it was actually touched. I don't know. I just like the repetitive like motions. I found myself like getting lost into them quite a bit and trying to always beat like my high score.
Yeah.
Like those sort of deals where, as with the Wii, I never felt like it was precise enough where I could do that, and I would always be like frustrated with the controls by the end.
Yeah, I agree.
I was surprised though they announced a new one because the Switch already got one, and I think it didn't even release 2 years ago, maybe 1 year ago.
It was 2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I did not really expect one. But for me, it's a nice surprise.
DIY might have been 3DS now that I'm thinking about it, but I'm not sure.
No, DIY is DS.
Okay. Well, that's through that list. So,
Oh yeah, there's also the Peach game.
oh yeah,
Because I kind of
How
want to get
could
that.
you forget the Peach?
Yeah, they barely showed anything. I think it would have been better if they didn't show anything at all of the game. But,
Really?
Yeah. I don't see really the point of what they showed, but I don't know. It's
the DS Peach game wasn't really that great. It had some fun ideas, but it wasn't really good.
it had the most stereotypical thing. Of what a woman is basically, or I don't know what to call
Exactly.
it. But we'll
there's
see.
different emotions, right?
It looked like at least more unique than the previous game of her. But we'll see. I'm not really hyped or anything. I'll have to see more. But I think it will be fairly simple game.
Can I be honest? I think Daisy is a more interesting character than Princess Peach.
She is.
She is.
I'll always.
I think they're both very uninteresting characters.
Damn.
No, I love Daisy's like characterization, especially in like the sports games where like, she gets super into it and gets so pissy when she loses.
That's fair. I haven't played those, so I can't speak for those.
There's also not a lot of actual writing. It's more like characterization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Daisy's more of a tomboy, and so like gets into things, I guess. Whereas like Peach is more like very traditional princess.
Yeah. Now we know why you like her.
Hey.
So, piracy, huh?
Tag.
What's that
What's
all about?
that all about?
Wee.
So Nintendo shut down the Switch piracy subreddit recently,
Oh, did they?
I didn't know.
and this was, of course, in Nintendo history of cracking down on piracy, which they have been doing for quite a while, shutting down fan ROMs, ROM hacks, shutting down YouTube channels that post their music. They've always have had a pretty hard stance against anything that even smells remotely of piracy.
Yeah.
But now they managed to take down a piracy subreddit, which was the most prominent Nintendo Switch and emulation and piracy subreddit, as this article tells me. Any thoughts on that, or
Piracy in
Nintendo's stance on piracy in general, or even piracy in general?
Well, it won't stop the piracy though. But,
No, it won't stop the piracy. It just makes it a bit more underground, maybe a bit harder.
the thing that annoys me the most is they shut down everything, like what you said, the music and all the kinds of things, but they don't give like a legal way to acquire the things they shut down. So like okay, we take away this game you want to play from the Super Nintendo, for example. But they don't give a different way to play it, and the only way to legitimately play it is to basically acquire the original cartridge. And currently the retro game prices are only rising, so it's
it's insane.
If they just had a virtual console with everything on it, and you had on Spotify all the music you wanted, then I would understand
it's
it
also
more.
so funny why they keep trickling out those releases time and time again. It's like you have that, just put it on there, put a price tag on it, and people will buy it. Why?
Like they've done it before.
It.
Like Virtual Console on Wii was such a great idea and so well done. And then ever since then, they seem to be shooting themselves in the foot with what they've been doing, right? Like, you know, these piracy things exist because there's a need for or at least a market for people who want to play like old games or games they can't acquire legitimately. And then Nintendo comes and does this and doesn't come up with a good alternative, right? Like putting it in with Nintendo Switch Online is like, that's something, but it's like, it's not that great.
No, you're still missing a shitload of games you want to play, and for now you know why they didn't put Mario RPG on it, because they were working on a remake. But it doesn't explain probably a lot of other games they didn't put on there yet, because I'm pretty sure they're not gonna remake every game they haven't released yet.
But maybe they're holding out on the opportunity that
We
maybe at
might
some
remake
point
it.
in the future, and them already having it out will hurt their sales if they so decide to.
Yeah, but I don't know. They how do you call it? They did our Link's Awakening remake, but they also did a Virtual Console release of it. It was after the remake, but still, it's I don't know.
They also did those that NES Classic and SNES Classic, like those mini consoles a while ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right. And they haven't done anything like that since, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah, they didn't do it for the Nintendo 64. Yeah.
I think I would buy a Nintendo 64 one, actually.
I don't know.
But
The
who knows?
64 games some of them have ports really have
Aged poorly.
Really
Aged
poorly.
poorly,
That's
yeah.
what I want to say. But
Yeah.
in general, some are still fine to play, but I don't know.
SNES is definitely my favorite console
Yeah.
when it comes to Nintendo, and I haven't bought that one either, so
No.
I don't think I would buy any of those.
No,
Can you
me
still
neither.
buy them?
Yeah, I
No
think
idea.
so.
I don't think new, but I saw a second-hand mini NES for €250 yesterday.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you want to
Just give us the games.
and if you want to do piracy, but with a normal controller, the NES is perfect for that. The mini one.
Yeah.
As we speak, the Nintendo police are currently knocking down my door.
Hey, they can come and get me. I'm all for piracy. Fuck corporate Nintendo. Whatever. Download, pirate, whatever you want.
He said it.
Yeah.
Yes, this
Or-
podcast officially endorses piracy.
Or give an alternative.
Yeah, you don't owe anyone your money.
I think in general though, as you said, like the archiving of old games, that's a very big issue in general.
Yeah.
Yes.
And not one that has been solved without piracy very optimally.
Well, like, I remember actually talking about this in my archival classes in university, that compared to, like, books, like, the intellectual property and copyright laws around video games, like, they're so much more complicated than just, like, books or movies, and that's why you don't really see that many, like, video game archives or things like that, like you see with, like, for example, like Library of Congress, the biggest like national archives in the U.S. they used to collect video games, and then the Supreme Court actually said, no, video games don't have the same copyright laws, therefore get rid of your entire collection. Right?
That's that sucks.
Yes.
They Nintendo did release a lot of their music onto the Internet Archive though recently, so that's
Oh, did they?
They did.
that's a good thing.
Yeah, but still not on Spotify.
They first take down all those YouTube videos, and then they're like, "We'll put it on the Internet Archive,
The streets will remember Silver.
copyright free."
But
Well, I guess
still,
it's not copyright free, but
they can't fight all the YouTube music, because if you want to search for a certain song, you
Yeah.
can find it easily on YouTube still. So I don't know.
it's like a Hydra.
It feels endless.
I'll do it myself.
And I mean, if they're taking one down, then of course other people are going to be like, "Oh, that song was taken down. I'll upload it."
Yeah, exactly. It's endless.
Yeah. So, the Mario movie that also came out.
Oh, did it?
How long ago was that? Still haven't watched it.
The
Me neither.
You haven't watched it?
game.
I think there's only one person
It
here who
came.
has seen it.
No,
Do I need to give up my
I
mods?
watched
two.
I watched it yesterday as homework for this podcast.
Did you?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I watched that release, so that's in April. I
When
think.
was it? Okay, April already.
End
Wow.
of April.
Is it a good movie? I heard it was pretty good.
It's not.
I think
good.
Wes and I have differing opinions on it.
Ooh, I want to see a fight.
I keep a track on Letterboxd of the movies I watched, and I think I gave it 4.5
Boy,
or
does he.
4.
You gave it 4.5 stars.
Out of
And
5.
Out of 5.
4.5
But
out of 5
I-
for the Mario. Sorry, continue.
I mostly rate my movies on how much I enjoy them, and then first I rate them on how much I enjoy them, and then I'm gonna look at how good it actually is. But you know me, I own a Nintendo server. How else could I not give it at least 4.5 stars? No, but
At least.
no, but the movie for me, it could have been so much worse, like so much worse, and it still isn't really good. But I had a really good time the whole movie. Like I was pointing at things, and I was like pushing my girlfriend. Look, it's the Donkey Kong song from Donkey Kong 64. And look, it's Toad doing something silly, and then I had a good time the whole movie. So how could I give it a lower score? It's impossible.
I also love how that metric goes of you rating movies. It could have been a lot worse. 4.5 stars.
Yeah, but
I mean, I'm joking, but
I don't know. It's for me, it was way better than I expected, because I expected, like, they announced Chris Pratt, and they already know what you could have expected.
You're not a big fan of Chris Pratt?
Yeah, but the voice didn't annoy me at all. Like, they even made fun of it at the beginning. So they were somewhat aware
no.
of what they did.
They're meta. Oh no.
No, but if
they are.
if you had the whole movie like with Charles Martinet's voice, it would have been, I don't know. I don't know if it would
A
have
bit
been
exhausting, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. But no, there were some. Yeah, the movie was really fast. They wanted to do a lot in one movie.
Yeah.
And there also were things that didn't make sense at all, because I'm gonna spoil something. I'm gonna spoil.
What?
I need to get out of this podcast.
At one point, they are going to Donkey Kong's world, basically, to gather all the Kongs to attack Bowser. So they did all those things to gather them all, to convince them to come with them, because we need to work together to win. So they did, and 10 minutes later, they all fall down the rainbow, and you never see them again. So I don't know why they, it didn't add anything
so
in the
funny.
end. But
Like, oh, we need the Kong army, and then the moment later, the Kong army all drops into oblivion.
yeah,
And it's like, oh, we still defeat Bowser. Oh, no problem.
and all because of one bullet bill. That's all it took. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't know.
Now I don't have to watch the movie.
Well, you
feel
didn't
like I was
expect
just
that
right
they
there.
had to fight Bowser and that they won?
I did not expect that. I could not have seen that coming. Not
I
in a
thought
million
Jack
years.
Black would have just agreed to go away.
I've had.
Oh yeah, it's
It's Jack Black. Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack Black.
Okay, so let's see if I can gather my thoughts here. It was definitely a lot better than it could have been.
Yeah.
So I gave it 2.5 stars. Something that really bugs me, and this is just the trend in movies in general lately, ever since Marvel. Was it Thor Ragnarok that first did it, or was it the other Marvel one? I can't remember. In any case,
20.
the opening sequence is pretty good if you start the movie.
Yeah.
First, I was amazed at how good it looked, because the animation's actually really good. And then it's also just very nice choreography for the opening sequence. And it builds up this tension of Bowser's army invading another country, and you really feel like, ooh, things are about to go down. And then they just need to deflate that tension by throwing in a dumb joke where the penguins are throwing like snowballs at them, and it doesn't do like anything. And it's just that Marvel quippiness of, oh, we have some emotional stakes. Oh, better not let them rise too high, guys, because people probably can't take that. Let's deflate it with a joke, haha.
Yeah.
And every time there was something like emotional tension, I was just waiting for that like balloon to deflate again, because that they were probably going to make a dumb joke. And yeah, so that really takes me out.
Yeah.
In general, I thought the voice acting was pretty okay,
Yeah.
except for Cranky Kong. That was oof.
Did you like Donkey Kong though? Because Seth Rogen like puts
No,
almost zero effort into it.
no, I didn't like Donkey Kong,
Yeah.
but Cranky Kong was just did not feel right at all.
Yeah, it didn't really fit.
None of the Kongs were great. But I could stand Donkey Kong somewhat.
Yeah.
Cranky Kong, I mean, the guy who voiced Cranky Kong definitely put effort into it, but it was
Didn't fit the
Armisen,
character.
I think, right?
yes, Fred Armisen. It didn't sound like Cranky Kong to me.
No.
He also voices Speedy Gonzalez.
Well, that's a nice little tidbit of information there for you. And other than that, I guess it was just a middle of the road movie. Fine, but nothing amazing. It was just okay.
Yeah. Just in the end, it was just a kids movie.
Yeah.
And it's for me, it made it good because I recognize things. If they replay,
There were a lot of nice little Easter eggs, I have to say.
if the movie was exactly the same but with all original characters, then I probably wouldn't even like it half as much. Like just
It's like a little fun nostalgia trip as well with all the things you
Yeah,
recognize
sure.
from games you've played.
yeah, they've put a lot of into it. Like from all kind of things, you see things from Prince Out, you see things from.
Yeah.
You hear the GameCube startup jingle somewhere. You hear. Yeah.
Oh, also the music where they
Holy shit!
there's some original music,
The license
like,
music.
but the license music, what the fuck were they thinking?
Oh,
No.
The
Take on Me
Yeah,
plays it when they
Take On Me?
visit the Kong.
yeah, it didn't fit at all. It was so weird.
It doesn't fit at all.
No.
And
Wait,
it
I
was
need
just
to
like,
look at
why is Take on Me playing?
And
What is
Why with Donkey Kong has no good music to choose from that you could play during the Donkey Kong introduction scene.
they actually
Wait,
made
there's a rap in the game? They have the Mario Brothers rap in the movie?
Yeah, and they actually made an original Donkey Kong remix for the movie, but they didn't use it, and used
my
Take On Me
I
instead.
saw that Twitter clip, yes.
And also the I Need a Hero part
Yeah.
sounded really weird for me, like I don't know, maybe it was the cinema that the sound was wrong, but for me I don't know, it was too
It also
soft,
sounded
or-
off for me,
don't
but
know.
I don't know why.
They were trying to do a Shrek.
Yes,
one.
I
what I'm trying
really
to
felt
think,
like they
yeah.
were trying to do a Shrek, or
Yeah.
like at least. Oh wait, all the good movies use those licensed tracks and in those epic scenes. We got to do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they should have kept those out, but money.
Feels like that's the mainstream choice for like an animated movie now. Just have a bunch of recognizable songs that you can have people
Yeah.
kind of sing along to.
Or
Yeah.
at least use good ones too. For example, I'm gonna
Hey, I Need a
What
Hero
songs
is a
would you-
great song.
What songs would you
Yeah,
recommend?
Take
in the
on Me
Mario
is
movie?
amazing. I love Take on Me, but it
not
just
with the
Yeah, but
it's not in this movie.
it
Not
needs
there.
to fit the movie. that's for sure the worst part of the movie, the licensed music.
Yeah. So, do you think a Zelda movie is next? There's been some speculation, some denying on part of the makers of the Mario movie.
Yeah, if they're gonna choose a new IP for a movie, it will either be Zelda or maybe a standalone Donkey Kong, maybe. I don't know.
I think Zelda makes
I
the
think
most.
Zelda,
I think
yeah.
Zelda makes more sense than Mario, but Mario is the more iconic IP.
Yeah.
But I mean, a Zelda movie is just the hero's journey.
Yeah.
Like it writes itself. It's not. Yeah.
But can I be honest? I actually don't think a Zelda movie would do like too well. I think it would be
No.
just fine. In the
Yeah.
end. Like for me, like the appeal of Zelda was always like, being able to explore all the worlds, being able to do like, being able to go like to different dungeons, being able to just have so many things. And I feel like if you were to try to put all of those things into a movie, like it would just be really unfocused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm
Yeah.
being honest, like the core story of like Zelda is like that by itself is like all right, but I'm not sure it'd be like the thing people would really get super excited over in the Zelda game.
That's true. And another good thing to remember is that the Zelda fan base is older. Like there aren't as many kid Zelda fans. As compared to Mario. So
Yeah,
like
for
Mario
sure.
could fill cinema seats with 5-6 years old because they recognize the Mario character and the little toadstool guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many kids play Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, you know?
I feel like a decent amount did, but it's mostly just Breath of the Wild. So like if a Zelda movie were to come out, would it adapt Breath of the Wild or would it almost like adapt the original NES Zelda?
Yeah, I'd say cartoon Zelda would be the best fit. Like what's it called? Not Twilight Princess.
Wind
but,
Waker.
Thank you, Wind Waker.
What do you
Yeah,
say?
I think Wind Waker would be a much better fit for a movie than either
Actually,
original
yeah.
or Breath of the
Yeah, I
Wild,
think so
because
too.
those two
Especially
focus
that
way more on
style.
exploring. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. When you said cartoon Zelda, I immediately thought of like the old 80s cartoon.
No, not the CDI games. No.
No, not the CDI games. I mean the actual TV show.
I was thinking
God.
of the CDI games though.
It's me, Prince.
Zelda's really been all over the place,
has.
haven't they?
I think the best treatment for a Zelda movie would be like made by Ghibli Studios, and just have
Ooh.
a Ghibli style Zelda movie. It already fits movies they have made, so
Yeah, I've
or the
seen that
people that
sentiment
did
before.
that did the Wolf Walkers. What was it called again?
I don't
I
know.
keep forgetting.
Star Beasts? Beastars?
No.
Beastars.
That's
No?
not what I meant.
Oh.
No, it's like a Western studio that did the, I think an Irish inspired movie.
Oh, Wolfwalkers, the Irish.
Yeah,
folk
Wolfwalkers.
trilogy. Yeah, that one.
That was
He
what
was
I
right
said.
the first time.
Oh, I don't know that one.
No.
They did a lot of other movies as well, but I can get to the names. But yeah, I think Illumination would be a very bad fit for Zelda. But
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what they do.
Yeah. Kind of makes me think, what was the last fantasy movie I actually watched?
For me, the D&D movie.
Oh yeah, the D&D movie.
yeah.
That was actually great.
Last Fantasy.
I love
I had a
that.
lot. I had a lot more fun watching the D&D movie than the Mario movie.
That movie was also way better than I expected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
Yeah.
I feel like the
Yeah.
D&D movie is like a modern day cult classic already.
Yeah, I expected
Yeah.
to absolutely hate it, but in the end, it wasn't great, but it was a fun time with friends.
It was
And there were some
charming.
pretty cute moments in there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Just the part where the illusion fails.
Yeah.
That's our take of this podcast. Watch a D&D movie instead. Fuck Mario.
We, as Nintendo fans, say watch D&D. Seeing as we're around the 1 hour mark, let's just go around and ask the final thing. What have we been playing? March, why don't you take us off first?
What have I been playing? I've been playing.
What
this
have you
game-
been playing?
I've been playing this game called Omega Strikers. So it's made by former League of Legends developers, and it's basically like air hockey, but you can like punch out other people in it.
Ah,
Right? So it's like, okay, you're on like this big field, there's a puck. You need to get the puck in the other opponent's net, but you all have like different characters with abilities. And those abilities can either knock people off like the field, where they basically like have to wait like 10 seconds before they respawn, in which case like your team has the advantage, or like you can use it to like interact with the puck in various different ways, right? It's currently a free to play game right now. I think released last year on Switch, PS4, PS5. I think also Android and on PC. And they recently just had a big new update where they introduced this new magical bunny character in who can like. Actually, I have no idea what she does.
But she's
it's
magical.
It's a very fun game, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. So yeah, go try it out.
nice.
Nice.
I'll decide that
Wes.
for myself.
Yeah. I think
Well,
I
then
actually
what
played
about-
it in the server before.
Ah,
Yeah, it was a game night.
what about you, Wes?
The last game I finished was, let me see, was Metroid Prime Remastered on May 25th. So it's been a while since I actually finished the game, because today is July 19th.
Yeah.
But I've been trying some games because I'm basically waiting for Pikmin 4 to release. So
Wait, didn't you start playing Zelda after you
Yeah.
finished Metroid?
yeah, I started playing Zelda, but I've exactly the same feeling as I had with Breath of the Wild, which was when I played Breath of the Wild, I played like the first half, and I was like, oh, I'm tired of this game. I need a break from this game. And then I didn't play it for like 2 years, and then I finished the second half. And for this game I had exactly the same feeling. I've done two temples, or 2 dungeons, or whatever you call it. And now I'm also at that point like, if I play more, then I'm only gonna dislike the game more and more. So I need to break from it. And I decided to play a different game. Which is Pushmo.
Oh yeah.
Pushmo is on the 3DS because the 3DS store closed like 2 months ago, or 3 or 4 already. Which is basically a puzzle game which you have to pull and push blocks out of the wall to reach the top, to reach the objective you have to get to. And
It's just like Catherine.
That was about to say, that just sounds like Catherine.
it sounds it's a little bit similar to Catherine in a way that you have to push and pull blocks, but these blocks are set in a patterns you can change.
Okay.
And they also have all different shapes. In Catherine you have just only square-shaped blocks, and maybe some exceptions, but these are all kind of shapes. So, and the further you get,
The
harder
cube
it
is the
gets.
only true shape.
And
true.
and I also started playing Pizza Tower. I don't know if you heard of that game before, but
Yeah.
Never.
Pizza
It's like
Tower.
the Wario
Yeah, that's
inspired game.
Wario inspired game indeed. And I've never played, aside from WarioWare, a Wario game.
Which are very different from
yeah.
Wario Land.
Yeah, for sure. But I thought it looked a little bit Metroidvania, but it's not Metroidvania at all. The only way it's similar is that you're platforming up and down and left and right. But I don't know, the controls are super smooth, but at the same time the controls or the gameplay is so fast that, I don't know, either my reaction time is getting slower or the game is actually super fast, but I'm constantly bumping against walls and or falling or whatever. So I don't know. The controls are very hard, and I've not yet decided if I like it or not. So I'll have to see. I keep trying, and I like the visuals. They look very simple, like paint graphics, but it has a charm to it. And I've been playing some other games, but most of them are like on hold somewhat. So And Pikmin 4 when it releases. 4, I mean, I said 4, but that's Dutch for 4.
Pikmin 4, jongen. Cuber, what about you?
I haven't been playing much new. I've been replaying the Spider-Man game,
Oh, yeah.
the remastered version on Steam. Been having fun with that, just swinging around,
Just swinging.
beating up bad guys.
Really makes you feel like Spider-Man.
Are you gonna get
It really makes you feel like Spider-Man.
Are you gonna get the new one?
It depends if it comes to PC quickly, because I'm still not really interested in getting a PlayStation 5.
Yeah, it will be at least a year, I think, if it releases.
Yeah. Although Sony did, like, there was some words coming out that they're working on releasing the Slim version this year, and I did say that if I'm getting a PS5, I'm getting a Slim version.
Yo, same! Same!
Always get the second version of a Sony console, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need to have the Seto Kaiba looking ass machine in my living room. I'm already swimming in big chunky consoles.
It's so huge and heavy. It's like insane and ugly as well. I'm really hoping they release a Slim, and also hope they release PS5 exclusives, because there are barely any games for the PS5 yet. After
Well, the new Spider-Man game could be a system seller for me, maybe.
How long has the PS5 even been out now? I feel like I still don't hear about exclusives for that console.
At least a year.
3 years? 3 years?
3 years? Holy shit.
Yeah, it's been out since
I
2020.
think it
Two and
came
a half.
out beginning of the pandemic.
Oh, man.
No, it came in
Time.
November 2020, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like most of the conversation was like, oh, it's constantly being scalped.
yeah, and now you can get it everywhere.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
now sales are just... Now it's just available.
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
there.
There are also sales here, like you get 80 euros off, I think.
It's just there.
It's just there. That's all I can say about it, right?
Yeah.
Sitting on those shelves menacingly.
But yeah, I hope there will be a slim version, and I hope there will be more games, basically. But we'll see.
Come on, Sony, get your ass to work.
Yeah, coming from a Nintendo podcast, Sony, get your shit together.
What the hell are you doing?
And how about you?
Yeah, I think I did the opposite trajectory of you, where I played Zelda, and then when I finished Zelda, I started Metroid Prime.
Okay.
Ooh.
But yeah, I finished Metroid Prime, and I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Is Prime a long game?
It's not very long.
No, it's
Alright.
just not.
I played it on back on GameCube, and I still have that. But it was really nice to revisit it. And I don't think I actually ever did the end game the first time I played it.
Can I be
At least,
Can I be
go ahead.
honest? I've never actually played a Metroid Prime game other than Hunters on the DS.
Me neither. You're not alone.
Oh, thank God.
Well, I'm a huge Metroid fan, and this was my first Prime game, so.
Like I think the first Metroid game I played like in full was actually Metroid Dread on the Switch. And that was
It
it was
is
a
a good
phenomenal
game.
game, but that's a very different game from Prime.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you can't even compare it.
I haven't played any Metroid
Damn,
games.
you're missing out.
Boy.
Play at least the 2D ones.
I
At
think
least.
I've played all the 2D ones. And
I think I played. Yeah.
They're a must.
I'm sorry.
I played Other M when it released, which is a very
Divisive.
controversial title, divisive. Yeah. I sort of enjoyed it, but the story's just very bad. Metroid Prime I played when it released, and I think I skipped Metroid Prime 2 and then played Metroid Prime 3, but did not enjoy it at all.
3 was the one on the Wii.
The Wii,
Yeah.
With like the Spider-Man 3 like symbiote kind of thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
it
because that
just
was
didn't-
that was what everyone was doing at the time. What if there was a darker version of the main hero?
Damn,
Well, I guess
he's so
two
cool.
already did that as well.
Oh, did it? Yeah.
No, at least they introduced Dark Samus.
Dark Samus.
And then after I finished that, I started playing Wheel of Katamari Reroll, which is
yeah.
great, amazing game. I think I like the first one better still, Katamari Damacy.
What's the big difference between those? Because to me they look exactly the same, but on
Every
different
Katamari
levels.
game just looks the exact same to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
I'll be honest.
it's pretty much a continuation. I'd say there's a bit more variation in what the levels are trying to do, where the main focus of Katamari is roll this ball as big as you can get it.
Yeah.
And in Damacy already there were a couple of levels that sort of diverged from that path. But I think in Wheel of Katamari it's a bit more, where they'll be like, collect 1,000 flowers or something like that.
Yeah.
Or try to collect as many species of animal as you can in your ball. Or maybe not try to get it as big as possible, but get it exactly 14 centimeters big. And we won't show you how big it is.
But the other one, the one before that, also had that. Because
Damacy.
yeah.
A couple of those concepts, yeah, but I think in We Love Katamari, it's more. But the thing is, I really like Katamari because how it like sort of deconstructs the power fantasy. It's just like, oh man, you're gonna grow big, and especially in some of the later levels where you're starting out fairly small and you at the end are just rolling up entire continents. that's to me that's the core experience of Katamari, and any level that doesn't do that is like, oh yeah, fun variation, but yeah, not really the core gameplay loop here.
I also like the music and the art style of those games.
It's very strong.
Yeah, the music
like,
is amazing.
It's very strong art style too.
Yeah.
Timeless, I mean.
Yeah, it's like that early like 2000s like kind of geometric, like
Yeah.
very
Very
simple, but
PS2 as well.
Yes. You know those quirky Japanese games that came out in the PS2.
Nice.
And I've tried to get back into Disco Elysium because I started that and then just dropped it. Not because of anything in particular, but just because I stopped playing it. And I fear that I'm doing the same again because I started it, I enjoy it, but then there's also no real pull that's constantly getting me back into the game. So
I want to play Disco Elysium, but it feels like such a text-heavy game.
Yeah.
it is
It wants-
very
It wants me
text-heavy,
to analyze like absolutely all dialogue, and like every single action will just produce walls of text.
Yeah.
Where it's like, if I very quickly lose focus of like what I'm actually supposed to be doing, because it's like, oh, I tried to do this, but the main character is having a mental breakdown or something.
Yeah, I've heard very good things about it, but once it's text heavy, it's probably not for me. I'm more gameplay focused usually.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting concept. I just wish like, more show and not tell.
Yeah.
I mean, they could use the sort of dice rolling system for a bit more action focused game, or a bit more exploration focused game. I mean, it already has quite a bit of exploration, but yeah, I mean, I get what you mean. Slightly less text, but for a detective game, it sort of makes sense as well.
That's true.
So that should sort of wrap it up.
Yeah, I think.
Don't really have
Did-
time
did-
for the
did-
listeners' questions, but get them in. We'll discuss them next time, folks.
Yeah,
Listeners.
because
In like 5 years or so.
no,
Hopefully, it won't be as dusty. We'll get a Roomba for this room.
no, we're back. We're back stronger than ever. We will be doing a podcast
Yeah.
every day from now on.
Every day.
5,000 podcasts every day, everything Nintendo podcasts
Exactly.
every day for the rest of all time.
I surely hope we can make it something semi-regular, though. But
I want to test something. If you've listened to this podcast, please say in the comments what games you're looking forward to and what games you've been playing. Because if I see those comments, then I know you've listened to the whole podcast. Or maybe skip to the
Yeah.
end.
or
You
just
know.
skip to the end.
But we don't know.
He's doing a call to action like we have subscribers
Man.
and listeners. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Remember to hit that bell, click subscribe,
Follow us on Spotify.
If you
Sign up for all our fake giveaways.
give us
and
five
stuff.
stars and thumbs up.
and
Buy
maybe
more
Like,
margarine.
retweets, R&R is back.
and maybe you'll be next stream's sponsor or podcast
Yeah, well-
sponsor.
Yeah.
Hey,
or
people
or
like
subscribe to us on Patreon, and we'll name your name.
We say your name. We say your name.
Here's our wall
In,
of,
in the
wall of
credits
supporters.
roll, which is definitely going to happen.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, look at them! Look at those credits go. Look at them just slowly
Just let
rolling.
them go. Oh, I love
There
that
they
guy. He
go.
was great on set.
Damn.
I was a little bit of a dick.
He owes
Okay,
me
then.
money still.
Hank?
Hank?
Hank.
Sorry, that's an obscure Dutch meme. With that, I think we should wrap it up. Thank you all for
Yes.
joining me, and thanks everyone for listening.
Thank you.
Hopefully see you next
Bye-bye.
time. Bye bye.
Bye bye.